So do you recognize these young guys here?
I do. Hi Mitch, hi Menya.
How exciting is it to see your uncle? All the way on like the other side of the world. It's so cool.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much. We're all so excited to meet you.
Yes. We really appreciate you giving your time to talk to us about Nairobi and about the Kenyan culture. We're really excited. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, you're welcome.
What is Nairobi like?
Nairobi is the capital city of Kenya. So it's quite a busy city, a lot of traffic jams. I guess you also experienced that in New York. In terms of the weather, it's a really cool place. No extreme weather, winter or summer. So it's more like your spring throughout the year. But quite a big city, expanding. People coming into Nairobi every day. Nairobi means a place of cool water. The meaning of Nairobi as a town. Nairobi means a place of cool water, and the population is roughly 5 million. 5 million people living in Nairobi.
How are the schools in Nairobi?
We have private schools and we have public schools which are run by the government. So public schools are the majority. I would say 70% of the schools in Kenya are government owned. And so we have an education system we call the 844. So you do 8 years of primary education, 4 years of secondary education, and your final 4 years in university.
How do you get to school?
So it depends, because there are people who are dropped by their parents. There are school buses that pick you from home and take you to school. But there are people who also live near the school, so they usually walk to school. For example,
why do some children leave school early in the day, but other children stay later?
So it really depends on what grade or class you are. So there are the younger ones from class 1 to 3. So I'm not sure which grade that will be in your system. But from class 1 to 3, go to school half day. Then from class 4 to 8, basically the rest of your life, you go to school full day.
Like if Menya and Mitch lived in Kenya, what year would they be in?
So class 2.
Class 2. Wow, so you guys would be going to school for half a day. How does that make you feel?
We have five major subjects. Long since I was in primary, I'll try to remember: mathematics, English, Swahili, science, and geography. So we call it GHC: geography, history, and civics. So there's also sports, so it depends. There are schools that you go and you do art, you do sports. So it really depends on what you want, swimming and all that. So it really depends on the student and the parent. What do they want? And then they choose what they want. But not all schools have the same facilities. So there are schools, some government schools are quite poor, so they don't have all those facilities, and they only do the classwork, no sports or anything.
Who are some people that are important to Kenya besides Barack Obama?
So, as you all know, Barack Obama's father was born in Kenya. So apart from Barack Obama, we have Wangari Maathai, who was a winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. She was a very good environmentalist, renowned, and she's really helped us in Kenya because people used to cut down forests, but she really stood up against the government. And with time, she was rewarded for being one person who went against the grain and stood against the government and said, no, our forests are for the future. We also have President Uhuru Kenyatta, who's our current president.
How many languages do they speak in Kenya?
So we have 2 national languages, which is English and Swahili. But we have 42 tribes which are now ethnic. So Mitch and Menya are Luos. Luos is the tribe where Barack Obama comes from.
Hi, I'm Samantha. What is your favorite type of food to eat in Kenya?
Chapati and fish, tilapia fish. So chapati, we call it the African pizza because it looks like pizza, but it's not pizza. So That's my favorite food. How the foods are the same: chicken, fish, beef. Everything is pretty much the same. But how we cook them is what is different. So at the end result, the taste is quite different from what you have in New York.
Why is the main sport soccer in Kenya?
So soccer is huge. It's the biggest sport in Kenya. Pretty much because it's an easy game to understand. Then also from Kenya was colonized by the British, and one of the things they left in Kenya with us was soccer, because soccer is also very big in England. So it's an easy sport to understand. And people love it. From a very little age, you don't need a lot of equipment to play soccer. So once you have a small ball, or even so in Kenya, where when you're still young, you can buy a ball, or you can make a ball from polythene papers and just make it round for you to kick around. We also have rugby. From your end, it's more like American football. I'm not sure if you know rugby. Then cricket is also big here. And then, of course, we have athletics. So most marathoners in the world are Kenyans.
Hi, my name is Maya, and what type of animals do you have in Kenya?
So we have what we call the big five, where we have the lion, the buffalo, the leopard, the cheetah, and the rhino. Beyond that, we have giraffes. We have ostrich. We have elephants. We have all sorts of animals in Kenya, and we have 5 major national parks. And when you come, if you get to visit Kenya, that is one of the things that you have to do.
We were speaking in the classroom about how a lot of people, when they think of the continent of Africa, or when they think of Kenya, that's all they think of is animals. But really, that's not the reality. Yes, there are some animals in some places, like in the national, like a game reserve park. But many people who live in Africa, probably most of them, have never even seen giraffes or rhinoceroses or any of those animals, unless they've been to a zoo. We were all interested in hearing about, different words, how you say different words in Swahili. So what are some words that you guys are interested in finding out how you say them in Swahili?
How do you say hi?
Habari. So 1 you say moja, 2 is mbili, 3 is tatu, 4 is nne, 5 is tano, 6 is sita, 7 is saba, 8 is nane, 9 is tisa, 10 is kumi.
10 is, that's great.
When you're saying goodbye, it's kwaheri.
Asante. So we're going to say asante. Okay. And, kwaheri. Say goodbye.